Good morning, everyone. I'm Miss Jess. Welcome back to Babytime. Babytime is our lap sit program, so you will be scooping baby up onto your lap periodically. If they're independent sitters or maybe crawlers are starting to walk, it's okay to let them around while we're doing some of our other talking. But when it's time for those rhymes and songs, go ahead and scoop them up, and that's the best way to participate with your little guy. As I've said a number of times, baby time is story time for grown-ups. So really, this is for you to participate and join in and do these hands-on activities with your babies. They are much more engaged with what you're doing with them than what I'm spouting out on the screen here. So go ahead, keep them close by, and we'll get them entertained. All right, for those of you with older toddlers, preschoolers, maybe even school-age kids, whether you're participating with the baby and they're next to you or whether they just want to enjoy this on their own, they can grab a little stuffed baby of their own and they can be the grown-up today too. Okay, so we do tons of repetition in here. As I've said again before, I'm going to repeat myself. We do this so that you can start to remember the rhymes and you can repeat them and do them on your own. And also so that baby can start to build their little connections, learn to anticipate what's coming next on a rhyme, if they're going to be tickled or if there's going to be a surprise, which can be comforting for baby to know what those routines are, but also kind of gets their brains engaged and really working instead of just passively absorbing these things that are coming at them. So lots of repetitions. So we're going to repeat, just like always, our favorite wake up rhyme. We're going to say hello. We're going to start down at the bottom with the toes, tummy, head, and then we're going to wave hello to all of you. So here we go. Say hello to your toes, to your toes, to your toes. Say hello to your toes. Hello, toes. You can wake that little part up, touch their toes while we sing about that. Now let's move on up to their tummy. You can give that a nice little rub while we sing. Say hello to your tummy, to your tummy, to your tummy. Say hello to your tummy. Hello, tummy. Now we're going to move all the way up. Stretch those arms up if they'll go. If not, you can just touch baby's head. And we're going to say hello. Say hello to your head, to your head, to your head. Say hello to your head. Hello, head. And Freddie Bear would like to wave good morning. Can you all wave to Freddie? Say hello to your friends, to your friends, to your friends. Say hello to your friends. Hello, friends. All right. That's a nice, gentle way to start our morning. Let's get a little more active going on here. We're going to get on our rocking horses. Now, as I've said before, grown-ups, if you want to rock your baby, if they're into it, give them a good, active little rock here. That's great. If you've got a little one who's not so comfortable, you can always keep them nice and snug. And of course, if you've got a little, you can just rock them gently in their arms. So you're going to set the pace for this, but we're going to go ahead and I'll demonstrate a nice big rock with Freddie Bear. Here we go. Rickety, rickety, rocking horse, over the fields we go. Rickety, rickety, rocking horse, giddy up, whoa! Just like you're pulling back on the reins, whoa, horsey! Let's slow that horsey down. Let's do that one more time. And again, you can go big and wild, or you can go nice and gentle and just give a little snug when we do that whoa, whatever you guys are comfortable with. Rickety, rickety, rocking horse, over the fields we go. Rickety, rickety, rocking horse, giddy up, whoa! Whoa, rein in that horsey. All right. Well, we're going to be switching gears just a little bit next week. So today is our last baby time before our summer reading program starts. We will still have baby time every Wednesday. It's going to be very similar, but we are going to have a mix of some old and some new rhymes. So everything I've just said about repetition, we will keep repeating, but we're actually going to be repeating some new rhymes to mix in with some of our old favorites. All right, so yeah, our summer reading program we do every year. It's usually surrounded in tons and tons of chaos, kind of as this year. It's just a little more behind the scenes chaos. We've got story times, we've got programs, we've got family programs, family entertainment in the garden usually. And of course we have our summer reading program where older kids track how much time they're reading. Now, the prize for that is beads on a necklace. So while your children are eligible, I would highly recommend that instead you guys keep working on the 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten program. If you haven't started that, you can go on over to the Ames Free Library website and find out more. 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten. All right. It's a great little program. It's really super simple. You just put a little check mark every time you read a book, and every 100 books, your child earns a sticker. And at 500 books and 1,000 books, your child earns a free book. It'll be a little while before we can get back in the library to earn the prizes, but go ahead and start tracking your reading, and the more books they hear, the more you're going to build all these foundations for language, for loving books, for hearing words, for knowing new vocabulary. So this 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten program just kind of supports and encourages all that. So I encourage all of you to go ahead and go sign up for that. You can just start tracking at home if you want. Just take a little piece of notebook paper, or you can click over to 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten. You can officially sign up, and if you want, you can print out a little log to keep at home. All right, so there's my plug for that. Highly recommend you guys all check it out. All right, let's get wiggling again. Let's take these little babies. How about a nice little mid-morning snack? I think it's time for some dumplings. So we're gonna pop those babies in the pot. Now, if you remember, because we've done it, you're gonna take your hands and butter that baby all up and down, and then you're gonna take some tickly fingers and sprinkle that sugar. So that's how this one kind of works. Are you ready? Baby, baby dumpling, put him in the pot. Butter him and sugar him and eat him while he's hot. You can give that little belly a raspberry, you can give a tickle, you can do it under the chin, you can nibble their cozy little cheeks, whatever works for you. So let's do that again. And again, if baby doesn't like to be tossed up and dropped in the pot, or if baby's just not so into being tickled and attacked with little sugar fingers, that's okay. Just tone the whole thing down. If it's really not working for you at all, go ahead and skip it. So whatever works for you. Also, this is a great one to throw in baby's name. Names really do trigger that attention and say, oh, they're talking to me, they're talking about me. So I use baby, baby dumpling since I'm presenting to all of you out there, but of course at home you can use your own baby's name. So make it a little more personal and get them engaged. Once they hear that name, then they'll be a little more in tune with the rest of the rhyme. Baby, baby dumpling, put him in the pot, butter him and sugar him and eat him while he's hot. This is another great one, especially if you've done this repeatedly. It's another really good one where baby is starting to learn this and starting to anticipate it if you've done that repetition over and over, and now you can stretch out some of these parts, make them wait a little bit longer. They're gonna get all wiggly because they know what's coming, but this is a really great way to do that. So kind of stretch their patience in a way, but also just to make the song a little more fun because they're waiting for that tickle, and then when it comes, they're ready for it. All right, let's see. We were just on baby's tummy, weren't we? Let's take our little finger and go round that tummy, round and round the garden with our little teddy bear. Round and round the garden went the teddy bear. 1 step, 2 steps, tickle you under there. Give him a nice little tickle under the arms, a tickle under the chin. You can always walk down the leg 1 step, 2 steps, and tickle their little toesies. So as always, whatever works for you guys. All right, we're gonna have Freddie Bear have a seat up here. Since it is almost summer and we are about to start our summer reading program, the books I want to tell you about today are all about summer. They're actually pretty good for the baby age group. I've got 1 fiction story, 1 story, and 1 non-fiction book, which is our fact books. I think we've talked a lot about that recently. The story actually comes in board book format, although I am recommending that you check it out on Hoopla. So definitely it's a good one for little guys. So if it is something you're interested in getting your hands on, we do not own it at my library, but if you wanted to get it from somewhere else, then it does come in a nice board book for these little guys. So yeah, our story is about Chew. Chew is a really sweet little panda, but he is a little panda with a big sneeze. Achoo! Oh my goodness. Well, that sneeze sometimes gets him into trouble. Doesn't really matter where he goes. This time he's going to the beach. He loves the beach. He's been waiting all year, and it's finally a sunny summer day. So his family gets all packed up. They find a spot at the beach, and then, well, you know what happens when you look at a bright light, right? Sometimes it makes you sneeze. Well, the sun is pretty bright. So Chew is out on the beach, and he takes off those sunglasses, and there's the big bright sun right in his face. Well, you guys are going to have to read it and find out, does Chew sneeze or not? So this book is available to you on Hoopla. If you have checked out the Hoopla platform before, you guys should be good to go. Hop over to your app and look for Chew's Beach Day. The book is by the award-winning team, the amazing team of author Neil Gaiman and illustrator Adam Rex. Individually, two really wonderful creators, and together they've made these two books really, really cute. So you can go check that out. If you are not familiar with Hoopla, you can pop over back to the Ames Free Library website, check out the downloads page, and you can find out a little bit more about Hoopla and get that downloaded and check out Chew's Beach Day by Neil Gaiman and Adam Rex. So definitely a fun one. Our nonfiction book about summer, you can check it out. It is a very, again, like a lot of the ones I like to share with you guys, it's a very simple book. This is Summer. Pretty straightforward, right? Summer by Julie Murray. It is a very baby-friendly book in that it's got those big illustrations. Actually, they are all photographs again, so nice, big, bold, colorful prints, and also simple words, simple sentences. And this one describes how summer looks and how summer feels. So another great little book to share with them. This one you can find online at the Abdo Digital Bookshelf. Again, pop back over to where you clicked on this video from the Ames Free Library's website, and you should find a link to Abdo Digital Bookshelf. Check out the pre-K section and search for this book. It is just called Summer. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming back when you search for Summer. So Summer, you might want to try by the author's name, Julie Murray. So you can enjoy those books this week. Now, how about we enjoy some nursery rhymes? Some, again, as always, I try to do some you might know and some you might not. Well, we're going to start. We are using our Mary Englebright's Mother Goose book again this week with her lovely illustrations. And we are going to start with one that I've heard before, but is very much not one of those familiar ones that I think everybody knows. This little boy over here, Handy Spandy. Here he goes, and he looks so happy, doesn't he? Handy Spandy, Jackie Dandy, loves plum cake and sugar candy. He bought some at the grocer's shop, and away he went, hop, hop, hop. Can't you just see a happy, happy little boy hopping down the road? Sweet little rhyme. Well, in more ways than one, huh? Handy Spandy, Jackie Dandy, loves plum cake and sugar candy. He bought some at the grocer's shop, and pleased away went, hop, hop, hop. There he goes. Happy, happy little boy. I hope he's bringing some of those home to share with me. We all like sweets, don't we? Almost all. That's a really good one for rhymes. Again, nursery rhymes are nice, short, sweet, simple, but a lot of times they have that rhythm and they have that rhyme so that babies can start to hear those parts of speech that sound similar. Here's another one with some good rhymes, and this is one I'm sure we all know. Humpty Dumpty, there he is, that fragile little egg sitting up on the wall. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Oh dear. He's very unbalanced sitting on the top of that wall. Now this is a great kind of rhyme too. If you do have an illustrated copy, if you find a picture or you have a nursery rhyme book that's got this, where you can talk about all the pieces that are happening in this picture. You can talk about the wall. You can talk about the egg, because he's always an egg. You can talk about, in this one, you can talk about the flowers, how they're red, or this castle. So yeah, there's all sorts of little things that you can always pick out in illustrations, even if what you're reading, like a nursery rhyme, is very short and very simple. Well, moving on, let's do some sign language this week. Now, we have been working over the past few weeks. We've been doing signs for toys and play. So we want to continue with that. Last week we talked about trucks with our garbage truck and the great big giant steering wheel. So here we have this week's signs. Now this one actually, We're going to start with this one on the bottom. We're going to do car. So we learned truck last week. Let's learn car. Truck. Trucks have big, giant steering wheels, so you've got to put your hands out here. Well, a car, just like you're driving your car, a car is just kind of what you think it would be, like you're holding the steering wheel a little back and forth. So this is a good one. There's actually a great little toddler song called Driving in My Car, so you know, driving in my car, just like that. So that's pretty simple, nice and straightforward. And then our other sign for today, also very simple, a ball. So ball, this is actually a sign we use in our Wiggle Worms, our toddler story time. We don't necessarily use it as the sign, but we do a rhyme that includes ball, just like this. So you're going to take your two hands, just little half circles, put them together and make a ball. So a little tap there, you're making a ball. Pretty straightforward. Just imagine you're actually holding that ball in your hands. Now, if you want to check these out again, or if you want to learn some more signs, again, back where our video is, there's also a link to babysigns.com. Sorry, it's babysignlanguage.com. And you can find more with these great illustrations. There are some videos. She does a wonderful job of demonstrating and showing how these signs go. So, a couple things to check out for you. Now, it's time for, oh, got them stuck together. Here we go. Our scarves. We love to wave these around. I love when we're in the library and we can just whoosh, whoosh, whoosh them in front of the babies' faces. They usually perk up when they see these little colorful things going around. At home, of course, you may not have our really cool library scarves, so you can always use any kind of substitute. You can do a washcloth. You can do maybe a little baby shirt, or you could do a pillowcase. Anything that you've got handy. It does not have to be this cool transparent scarf. If you happen to have something like this, they are a lot of fun, especially if you want to do a little peekaboo, because then baby can see through them and they're not worried that the whole wide world went away. It looks a little different, but it hasn't gone away. So you can always do a little peekaboo. Of course, you can do that with a solid fabric as well. Sometimes it takes a little getting used to, depending on your little one. All right, so we're going to take these scarves. We're going to do my favorite little game first. Squish that up, make it squish up in your hand. Now, if you do have something that's a little bigger, you're probably not going to fit, you know, a whole pillowcase in your hand. That's okay. So grab a little ball. Maybe baby has a little squishy ball at home, something you can smush up, or even a little toy, even if it's not a ball. If that doesn't work, you could always grab, you know, maybe you have like a stress ball, speaking of ball, maybe you have a little stress ball or something at home that can squish really well in your hands. So whatever it is, squish it right up, make it all hidden so we can't see, and let's do a little Jack in the Box surprise for baby. So hold it near baby. Jack in the box sits so still. Will he come out? Yes, he will. And you can pop that up and it'll fly back down. Now, again, this is a really good one, especially if you have done this repeatedly. You can always stretch this out, especially when you get to the part, will he come out? And make baby wait just a little bit longer. And then toss that right up for them. All right. Now, let's do our roly-poly song. This one, we're going to go just around and around. It's fun for baby to watch that scarf just fly through the air, and we're going to do a nice little tune you are all probably familiar with, Frere Jacques, and we're going to do some opposites here. So, roly-poly, roly-poly, up, 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 roly-poly-poly, roly-poly-poly, down, 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 down. All right, let's do the rest of those verses this week. We're going to do front. You can touch baby's front and back, or you can always hold it out in front of you and then hold it up behind you. Roly-poly, roly-poly, front, 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 front. Roly-poly-poly, roly-poly-poly, back, 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 back. And the last verse we like to do here is fast and slow. Actually, I always get that wrong. We go slow and then we go fast. So let's do that one. Roly-poly, roly-poly, slow, 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 slow. Roly-poly-poly, roly-poly-poly, fast, 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 fast. And you can wave that all around like a little crazy thing. All right, Well, grown-ups, don't forget to check out the other links at the Ames Free Library's website for some other story time online or access to some other early learning programs. We will be back here next week. We will have some fresh summer routines, but you will still see a lot of the familiar pieces, including, of course, Freddie Bear and myself. So I will see you all right here next week. Bye!